more or less by luck. I ended up quitting my job with AgPro kind of on a whim for other business reasons, but I was doing the 8 to 5 job and not really enjoying it, coming home tired all the time, and I had other ambitions, and I wasn't having that fulfillment through working for the big company, I guess, so to speak. And so I quit my job just before Christmas. Was flipping through a Top Crop Manager magazine actually, and out, comes this little pamphlet about Farm Forum Agri-TREND. I'd kind of heard about Agri-TREND at the time, didn't really know anything about it, and I had nothing but time at that point in my life. So I went and checked them out at Farm Tech up in Edmonton, and I knew they were going to be there, so I had lunch with 2 or 3 farmers in the area, and I said, would you ever pay me for agronomy? And 2, or I think all of them, actually had already been paying another consulting company for their advice, but they weren't really getting the service, and they just flat out said, yeah, we'll pay you. You're a local kid, you're young, you seem ambitious, all this sort of thing. And they said, well, how much are you going to charge? And so I said, I don't know. What lab are you going to use? No idea. What services are you going to have in your business? I said, I don't know. I was just flustered. I had no answers to their questions, but they did reassure me. They said, yes, we will pay you for agronomic service. I went to Farm Tech up in Edmonton, like I said, and just kind of waited till the booth settled down, and I went up to Darren Howie and I said, I've got 6 guys with 40,000 acres that will pay me for agronomy. Should we sit down and talk? They said, I need you for an hour right now. Like, he basically grabbed my arm, hauled me to the back, and said, okay, this is how it'll work. This is the lab we use, this is the services we provide, and this is what we do for agri-coaching businesses. No, the farmer is my client. I am a client of Agri-TREND. So they clearly defined that probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I think it was a very good idea, because there's kind of that unknown out there. And yeah, I got my own incorporated business, Premium Ag Services, and I can be as big or as small as I want, take my own holidays when I want, and not feel guilty about it, which was the nice thing. Working for the big company, whenever I did seem to take holidays, you get the ribbings when you come back, but it always kind of made you feel guilty. And 3 weeks of holidays, well, when you start your own business, it might be more than that, but when you get to the size of a business you want, there's going to be very busy times, but there's also going to be times, and what this has allowed me to do is to fulfill some pretty ambitious travel plans. And I've taken probably 2 months out of every year to travel Brazil, Australia, all over the States. So it's the flexibility is really, really appealing to me. And even the training now is unbelievable. Like, it's very formalized. The 10-step soil analysis, there's a lot of processes that have been a lot more defined or redefined since their inception, and to have that more presentable and more user-friendly for agri-coaches to go and use in signing up a farm client, I think now it's a lot more easier than it was, like I said, when I started 5 or 6 years ago. For the first 2 and 3 years of my business, I had a lot of my clients tell me that the reason they do business with me is A, because I'm local, and B, I do not sell fertilizer and chemical. Once they understood that, and the customer retention was great, you know, and I have lost clients in the past before, and I think it's probably common that every business does. But those are all clients that it's a very, very strong relationship-based business. For whatever reason, you just don't click. But the ones you do, as long as you keep up the job that you promised you would, there's not too many reasons for them to look elsewhere, so it's pretty cool. It's been the best career decision I've ever made, for sure. You know, I've always known that I've wanted to be involved in agriculture for a career, and was very fortunate right out of school to get a good job, but just realized it wasn't my thing. And I know it's a huge, huge risk, but the reward of the risk that I took was awesome. I know I'll be doing this for a long, long time. And it's allowed me to do a lot of things I never thought I would be able to do in traveling and getting into other businesses and really helping supplement the business in a lot of other diversities.